Hello guys, it's Remos here bringing you a video where we're going to take a look at the new Runeterra map. It was finally revealed how the world where League of Legends takes place looks like, and man, this map is amazing and we're going to take a look at everything. I've already checked it, so I'm going to show you all the towns, all the nations, and explore it and talk about it a little bit. So in case you didn't know, this is the previous version that was cut out of canon lore for quite a long time, and this is how our world looks in the game. Pretty nice. Let's start top to bottom, beginning with Freljord. I also like how they made animations for each area. And if in case you didn't know about this, I'm gonna give you a link. It was just revealed today. They released this site with the map and all the stories that we've seen it before, but also new things like buildings or structures, how places look like, or new towns, or the population or creatures that live in the certain population look like. And you can also explore all the champions from that specific area. They will take you to the universe if you click them, or learn more about that area, or also have some stories from the place. So, Freljord is a tribal matriarchy. They have a low level of technology. They venerate magic. You can also see nice images of architecture for most of the areas. We already seen most of those pictures, but there are also some new ones, like those sketches of how their areas look. They feel pretty Viking-y to me, but of course Freljord is more of a Viking and hard and wild environment, or the wall to the north from Game of Thrones. And the biggest part of this Freljord region is the Frostguard Citadel. Most areas have a big thing in them, and here is where is the Howling Abyss, and we have some new art for it, as well as some old one that we've already seen. And apart from that, there's lots of villages all around the world, but not all of them are so highly made, so you see those parts are scaled. Same for the city of Demacia, because apart from those, there are villages around everywhere, but you cannot see them, so those are zoom out, just, you know, to offer you, or here is this thing, a higher perspective of that specific area. And apart from that, Freljord doesn't have many things. It also has this secret site that is this place, where there's also the statue of Avarosa. And then there is this port here. See, looks pretty damn Viking-y to me. Of course, they're the Northerners, so it's fitting to be more wild and Viking-like. Alright, that's what we have for Freljord. Now let's take a look at Demacia. And the great city of Demacia is probably my favorite place, aesthetic-wise. I mean, look at how amazing it looks. We've already seen some of those, but man, the Citadel is amazing. And look at the architecture and the style. It looks so Greek, ancient Greek-like. I think that's where they got inspired, with all the whites and the mountains and the water. It looks really awesome. Then we also have this small haunted town named after the late Argar. This town was once haunted by a nightmarish demon, so Nocturne haunted it, and Geran and Lux scared him away. We also have this, the raptors. Look how nice they are designing everything. Man, those things really give a solid ground for an MMO. I mean, think about an MMO here. You could start in different regions, make a class and a race fitting for that zone, and then explore and level up through all of them, and then do conflicts from one region to another. I mean, think of WoW with multiple regions. I mean, Ioniat could be neutral, but you have Noxus versus Demacia, and then allies, and Freljord neutral as well, and the Void that wants to kill everyone. I think already thought that League could also make a good MMO with all the lore they are making. You know, it's pretty unexplored. I mean, most people don't really care or see the lore, since, you know, you're only just fighting 5 versus 5 over destroying a Nexus to steal 50 gold, but it could make for a good MMO. Alright, apart from that, we've already seen all those, so that's for Demacia. We also have some small villages here. Here's another farming community, and more towns that don't have clickables to see. And you can also see names on the mountains and on the seas. and some islands that are unnamed, so maybe expansions. Those places are for future expansions. Alright, Killgrove, a lot of places here. Kind of looks like Middle Earth here. You see, there's Isengard, there is Helm's Deep, and going further here to Minas Tirith, and here is Mordor. Noxus is Mordor confirmed. You also have those. Bandle, wait, is here? I thought it was there. Alright, I'm gonna tell you this. Bandle City was here before, and that's because it teleports, so each time you come to the map, Bandle City will be at a different place, because I think it's not really know where it is. Opinion differ as to where exactly the home of the Yordle is to be found, so it always is in a different area, and that's interesting. They don't have a government, good for them. Unknown level of technology, they like to play with magic, and the environment is unknown, so Bandle City is probably the only big region that is really unknown. You see that they have portals and they teleport around, so their area is not really known where they are, and that's interesting. You don't know where they truly are, and they keep going around, and you don't know their architecture and culture and all, so that's nice. Here we are in a Game of Thrones regions. Really looks similar. And this is Noxtura, culture of Noxus, and we can see some of their people. And here is the Immortal Bastion. This is the main region, the main citadel and city of Noxus. Look how nice it looks. Alright, here we also have some more small villages that we cannot check. And then on the mountains here we also have this hold. That's probably Darius's place. It's a mountain fortress, so we don't have more about it, but I'm sure we're going to get some stuff added in the future, like more regions explained, or more images, or more art and stuff like that, to further explain stuff like this. So that's Darius's region. Alright, that's it for the mainland. Now here we also have Piltover and Zone that are walled towns. We also have a shit ton of stuff about them, so they pretty much cover the trade. You see that this is the only region you can go through the mainland up to Shurima, so they get a lot of money from the tradings of those and those. So good for them. They have a high level of technology, and we can see that they are the city of trade, like I said. Look how nice this art is. A growing city. More environments, you can see how they go through the mainland to Shurima. Really nice. This is bringing Dishonored vibes. Some of the constructions they have. Some of the residents, you see they're looking more modern and more intelligent than the others that are more brutal like. So that's interesting. And my favorite technology, Hextech, is developed by them. Look at the Hextech chests there. And the gauntlet. And even a Hextech bow. We didn't get a Hextech bow in game yet, so that could be nice. And the discs. And different weapons that they have. So they are the most advanced in technology, at least talking about weapons they are. There's also a port city here, where Darius and Draven like to go fishing, and the armies of Noxus. Look at that, how badass they look. And this is a nice assassin here. Alright, let's also go to probably my favorite zone, Ionia, the first land. And man, Ionia is the most beautiful area in my opinion. Look how amazing that looks. I mean, they don't have much technology, but in terms of the aesthetics and the continent and the creatures, it's beautiful. They're more simple people, but look at that, how awesome they're building stuff in nature. You know, they have those. Ionia is clearly inspired by Asia, mostly ancient Japan. But yeah, like I said, diversity, lots of color, lots of nature. The Vastaya are also here. Akali is also from here, of course, and I'm going to show you where she came from. Alright. So this is the biggest part of here. I'm not really sure what Swain did here. Probably tried to Shrek it. And this is where... oh yeah, it was at war with Irelia and Swain, if I remember correctly. So that's the biggest part here. You also have the monastery here, where Lysin and Udyr like to meditate and sleep with fishes. Some of the flowers and the trees, very Asian-like, but looking great. And here is the Kunkao Monastery. Here is the Kinkao Monastery, where Akali trained, and Kennen and Shen and Zed. We don't have anything about it yet, but you know she's from here, so she likes here in the mountain. We also have some wildlife, look at that, very nice. And other towns, look, here is Vuju as well, where Master Yi likes to sleep. And that's pretty much it. And yes, we also have those nice rocks. And this is another small island in the continent of Ionia. Nice. Alright, we also have Bridgewater, the pirate place. And we have the life in Bridgewater. Of course, here are all the outlaws and the more degenerate area of the place. They have a medium level of technology, gang syndicate, so they are mobsters, and they have a high level of mafia here, and Corleone controls them. Captains and crews, of course, it's a lot of, since they are here, and there's a bay. The biggest area they have is the Bridgewater Bay, so of course they're a pirate nation, and they have lots of tools related to pistols and ships. And look at that, a nice Naga over there. Monsters of the Deep, that's the guy that ate Pike, looks like him. Look at those rats, how cute they are. Wouldn't you want a rat like that? Alright, Harpoon Mistress, like I said, they like to fish. That's a nice outfit. And a temple. And of course the biggest area is the Bridgewater Bay. And we have art that we've seen before, and art that we haven't seen before, or at least I haven't seen this one yet. This, look how nice it looks. And the slaughter docks. Very nice. Alright, that's for Bridgewater as well. Let's get to the creepy Shadow Isles too. Land of the evil people. Look. Helia, the capital of the Blessed Isles. In case you didn't know, it was called the Blessed Isles before it got destroyed by the mists, and everyone died and kinda got reborn and became more evil than they were, apart from Thresh, because he was already evil before this happened. So Thresh is the meanest guy in this game, in case you didn't know. You see the Fallen, the entities that, you know, died and got reborn as this. That looks nice. Soul Shepherds. That's creepy. And see Trash here. And Hecarim. And let me show you how nice it looked before. I also have this one. Oh, this is the harrowing that happens. Now it doesn't happen on Halloween, it happens once in a while, and the mists go around all the world and scare little kids. So see the shadows around. So here, this is how the Shadow Isles looked before it got destroyed. It was once this place filled with gardens, libraries, universities, and houses of learning. They're called the Blessed Isles. Well, now they're the Cursed Isles. See how nice it looked. They were the Citadel of Game of Thrones in here. That fell to destruction. Look how aristocrat and great they look. But they toyed with the wrong things and tried to find too much, and they got destroyed. Look at those ritual satanic summonings that were their undoing. Yep, but Shadow Isles are also probably my second favorite after Ionia. Creepy wise, it's my favorite area. Then you come back to the mainland. There's nothing here. There's mud down there, but there's nothing shown on this area yet. And here you have the void. I don't know if this is actually in the world or it's also unknown and they put it here to have it here. But yeah, you also have Ikatia down here, the barren forbidden wasteland. Apparently Jax likes to sleep with Zillion here. Fall of Ikatia destroyed by the void. We've also seen this in Kaisa's comics. And then the void. And not that many champions are for the void. We don't know much about them. They like to devour magic. And some environments of the void that we've already seen with Kassadin. And some of the void-born creatures that we've already seen. And yeah, this is the most unknownably unknown of the game. The unknownable nothingness. Nice. Sounds good. Try to say that fast. The unknownable nothingness. Here we also have some nice people of the sand. A merchant camp. I think this is where Kassadin is from. Trading posts. Of course, Shurima's all about trading since they're in the desert. Scavengers that like to steal apples from the floor. Saikalik. This is from Kaldrogos region. Oh, and we also missed those. The coastal outpost of Talaya. Here you have some Noxian presence in Shurima. And there's also this one. Another port where lots of people liked to come apparently. You also have that ring that Shurima is known for. Seen here as well. And that's all the clickables there. And of course the biggest one here is the Sun Discs, where you know the story of Azir, how he was the emperor but this kingdom fell because of him. Well, you don't have that picture where he's reborning. But yeah, of course, this is Egypt. And finally we have Mount Dargon, the place of the gods. See it as his different continent, you know, it's separate from Shurima, though it's on the mountains next to Shurima. Divine Emperor, which is Azir. Technology is unknown apparently. They like to covet magic. Arid desert, of course. And you can see some more of the people living here as well. Left in ruins by the fall of its god Emperor, Azir. Alright, and the last one. Let's look at Mount Dargon. They don't even say what they have with the other things. Technology and all that, of course they don't have that because it's just a mountain with the gods. And those are all the aspects. You know, Pantheon is the aspect of war. Zoic is the aspect of being annoying. Taring is the aspect of gay. And Aurelian Son is the big god. Journey to the mountain, you have to climb it from the bottom, get to the top. And at the top you can see the gods. Look at that. Such nice art styles for those. And of course they are for the test. And if they pass it, look, that's at the top. And those are clouds, so think how high this is. You can also see a planet there. Alright. And some beasts, apparently there are also some beasts living on Dargon. That's a human for scale there. Nice. Alright, that's it for the map. I think we've seen everything it has on it yet. Been waiting for this for a while. Looks great. But of course there are still areas that are unexplored or unknown yet, like all those islands, this big one here, and what is beyond the wall. Here are where the White Walkers walk. And if there is anything else apart from this, you have mists around, but I mean if you go through here you get back there, or if it's more, if it's just a region of the world, or this is the whole map of the world. It would be nice to see in the future if you get more things and new lands and new races and continents with new champions. But yeah, that's it for this one. Let me know what you think about the map. Thanks a lot for watching. If you watched this far, you're the boss. Meet my new cat because you're the boss. Got her for 3 days. 4 days now. Again, thanks for watching and I will see you soon. Bye bye.